Okay, so we're just going to cover a quick 3 plugins for security for WordPress. So the way that I'm going to find these plugins is just go to Plugins, Add New Plugin, and then at the top of the page in the Search Plugins area, just type in Security, hit Enter, and here we have the first plugin that I want to talk about, which is Wordfence Security. This has been my go-to plugin for security for years. And the reason that this is one of the best go-to plugins for security is because it includes a firewall, a malware scanner, live traffic views, and even more. Going back to our list, the second plugin that I want to talk about is Sucuri Security. This plugin is a more advanced, kind of more hardcore plugin for secondary ways of securing your website after you've already used Wordfence. And one of the best things about this plugin is the security hardening. So it makes your website much more secure. We'll talk about this in a minute. And then we have Bulletproof Security. Bulletproof Security is a very hardcore security plugin. If you look at the features here, it has a lot of very advanced security monitoring and prevention techniques here. So let's talk about this plugin as well. But going back to the first plugin is Wordfence Security. Let's install Wordfence right now, and then let's click on Activate. After we install Wordfence, we would need to get a license, which we can get for free right here. And then you can just enter your email address, and then we can find that license in our Gmail account and click on Install My License automatically. It automatically fills this in for us. We click on Install License, and then click Go to Dashboard. After you click out of that little intro thing, you can see that this is our Wordfence dashboard. And at this point, we just want to go to Manage the Firewall. We can scan your security issues. We have some tools here that you can use. And finally, we could enable auto updates on this plugin so that your security plugin stays up to date. So one last thing to look at in Wordfence before we move on is that in the main WordPress admin menu under Wordfence, we have dashboard here, but then you should also check out firewall, scan, tools, and all that other stuff. So it's going to tell you about the firewall here. You can see some stats, and then we could move on to the scan feature of Wordfence. You could start a new scan here. Next, let's check out tools under Wordfence. We have some live traffic indicators here. And moving on, we have login security. So this just tells you that it can enable this two-factor authentication for your WordPress site. So you can check that out if you want more login security on your website. And last but not least, we have all options. So that wraps it up for the Wordfence plugin. All right, moving on to the second plugin in our list is Sucuri Security. Let's go ahead and install and activate the Sucuri Security plugin. And then in the main dashboard menu at the bottom, we'll click on Sucuri Security. Here's our dashboard for this plugin. And you can see that right off the bat, it detected a major issue. So I'm going to investigate this. And as we scroll down, you can see some more detail and you can see some indicators here of your site security with this plugin. Let's click on this firewall button and see where that takes us. And you can see that we need an API key for that. So you can skip this. Instead, let's go to Settings in the Sucuri plugin. And this is one of my favorite parts of this plugin because the Hardening tab right here will actually increase the security of your website quite a bit. So as you scroll down here, what you can do is when you see a button that says Apply Hardening, you can click on that button and then it will try to apply that setting to your website to make your website more secure. In addition to that, there's a post-hack section so that you could perform these steps if your website does get hacked. In addition to that, we have this scanner area and we have website info here. Okay, so we're done with the Sucuri plugin and moving on to the last plugin in our list, which is Bulletproof Security. So let's install Bulletproof Security. Now let's activate Bulletproof Security. And then if you see this at the top of the page that says click here to go to the setup wizard, go ahead and click on that to go to the setup wizard. It does some checks, and then let's go ahead and click on Setup Wizard and click OK. It says the wizard has completed the setup. And now let's go to the main WordPress dashboard area under BPS Security. And let's just click on the first menu item that says HT Access. And then as we scroll down here, you can see that it says Security Modes, and it says Root Folder Bulletproof Mode Activated, so that's good. And it says Admin Folder Bulletproof Mode activated, so that's good. And then this HPF cron on is good. We have activated. So things look good with this plugin so far. So once again, just another plugin to provide you with more options. So we are done with this plugin. Let's talk about one extra type of security plugin. And the extra plugin that I want to talk about is the Security Optimizer by SiteGround. And you can only get this plugin if your web hosting is SiteGround. So if you want to get this plugin, if you want to get good web hosting, then just look in the description of this video. And once you get SiteGround web hosting, you can use their custom security plugin. And this is actually my favorite plugin because it's super easy to use. It has these really big buttons that are easy to turn on and off. You can just switch on everything, and then your website is more secure. So once again, if you want to check that out, just get SiteGround hosting and you can use the Security Optimizer plugin. So that wraps it up. Let me know in the comments what your favorite security plugin is, and have fun.